Forget to put your makeup on us.
Yeah. All right. So I don't see it, but I guess we're on live.
Yep. Hey,
all right. So here we are, Tuesday, another after hours with Sabor Havana. Of course, you know, I'm sure you know the players here: Aquiles Negra, Jose Ortega, the Hurricane, and me, George. So we're doing after hours with Sabor Havana, and we're doing it with Jose because of the. We were fortunate enough to have home field advantage, and home field advantage means that we had a Fonseca cigar by my father before anybody in the country, essentially, probably before anybody in the world, because they were shipping and we were getting. So we got it 6 blocks away within an hour. They got it whenever they received it. So
do you ever get any shit for that?
Truth be told, but I did tell everybody, I said, you got to understand, when we needed some help unloading the truck, George drove over there, and in that truck, you should have seen how much he sweat, so it was, you know, what else can you do, right?
It was an
you got to give him the boxes at that point.
All right, so, you know, main reason is we wanted to talk about the revamping of the whole, you know, cigar, because we know the origin, you know, it was with the Casala family and the My Father Cigars, right? And then I'm sure Aquiles is Mr. Curious, probably wants to know how that.
Yeah, how did it all start? How did this whole project start? Or you guys took over the brand or bought the brand?
Well, it actually came about as a more of a. It was, I think it was in Europe, if I'm not mistaken, it was in Germany, and Gianni and Patricia Quesada happened to be having a few bottles of wine, cups of wine, sorry, not bottles. I'm sure there were bottles, but, and they started talking, and Gianni asked, listen, what do you think about, you know, what if you guys ever decide to sell the brand? We'd love to have a brand like this for Pepin. You know, it's the only thing that we have anything from mild, medium, full, and every aspect of the brand of tobacco, but we didn't have something with a Cuban name that Pepin could work on. And so they started talking. They said, listen, if you're ever interested, let us know. And couple, I guess, must have been 6 months to a year later. That's exactly what happened. You know, they called us up and said, listen, are you guys still interested in doing this? And they worked out the numbers and everything was good, and here we are.
Now, once you bought the brand, did you already have a cigar made for it, or did you come up with the blended cigar?
You got to remember that about 3 years ago, we started going really strong at growing our own shade grow. The back we started experimenting a little bit, and 2 years ago we decided that we were very happy with the outcome and we were going to go full force. So now it's huge. I think it's over 100 acres under shade in Namanji, which is where the sun-grown wrapper came for Flor de las Antillas. So once we had that wrapper, we said we thought about that as, you know, when that brand was agreed to be purchased, we knew that was the tobacco we wanted to use. We knew that was the Orojo 99 that we wanted to use for this project.
So the wrapper Orojo 99?
Correct.
So you grow the tobacco?
Every aspect of it. This is a true puro.
All of this, you check it. Oh,
this is true puro, meaning all same country, all from Nicaragua, so it's all Nicaraguan tobacco, but aside from that, all of the tobacco is grown by us.
That's awesome.
Well, by the way, I wanted to wish you happy birthday before, because I know tomorrow is your birthday, so happy birthday with a little Macallan 12.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Is your birthday or is your brother's birthday?
That was my brother's, but I'm going to celebrate
Your
for him.
brother's birthday. I
I
just thought about it because I saw the Enrique, I just clicked.
That's what happens when they're all called Jose Ortega.
Yeah, they're all Jose
Yeah, they're all Jose
Ortega.
Ortega.
So we're trying to put the name on there. We go, Jose Enrique. No, wait, that's the other guy. That's it. But let's clarify. This is the Hurricane, and the other guy is the Tropical Storm.
In my phone, I have him under Jose Ortega Senior and Ortega Junior.
Did you call him and tell him that you were going to be out today?
I did. He should be watching.
The Hurricane and the Tropical Storm. Well, anyway, we'll drink to you, Jose Ortega, Jose Enrique Ortega.
Jose Enrique Ortega.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we gotta mention that we have My Father Cigars with Fonseca Cigars here, with Jose Ortega. We also want to thank the guys from RNDC, which is Republic National Distributors, for the McAllen, Roger Naranjo, and Mike Guido. They're good friends of ours. They take care of us really well. We want to thank Aber Production. I posted it on mine. These guys, every time somebody came over and said, does it get any better? And it continues to get better. They brought bigger lights, they brought a stand, they brought a whole bunch of stuff. So
I think the makeup artist looks like
the makeup artist. Yeah, I don't need, there's no help for me. So makeup isn't gonna do anything.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
So
Jose
you were
is
saying
already
that,
making
you were
faces.
saying 3 years ago started going everything, so you already had what in mind what you wanted to do.
We have the tobacco, so we knew
What you wanted to blend.
what we wanted to do, and we went from there.
Well, we personally think
If it wouldn't
that,
have been Fonseca, would you have put this same cigar or something else?
It had to have been something as special as that.
But this cigar is incredible. When Joaquin gave me the first sample, I texted,
that's home field advantage again.
we had the first
He
sample.
keeps rubbing that in there. I don't want any phone calls at all.
It's been a while
For
since I
all
spoke.
taxes to Jose Ortega at 786. No, just kidding.
I text Jaime to buddy, you hit a home run, you hit a ballpark. And it's been a while since I smoked a new cigar this good. And I've been telling everybody, come and get them because,
Oh, listen, I told George and I were talking about the cigar, and I said, I'm excited about all our brands, and every single one has something unique that I really like. You know what I mean? And but this is that special something that just you know what I mean? And maybe because it's very new and I've gotten so used to all the other ones already, and then all of a sudden this being so different just gives a little shock to my palate. But this thing is just phenomenal. It's off the chain.
When we talked about it. It is my opinion that this will probably be the cigar of the year, and this will probably be the next Flor de las Antillas.
From your lips to God's ears.
This will be this. In my opinion, I think this might be the next Flor de las Antillas type of run that my father had. Because all of the cigars that my father makes, that the Pina Jaime make, are good cigars, and they sell well. But Flor de las Antillas by far exceeded everybody's expectations, and I think that this will be the same thing. Now I got a question for you. I know the design. Alcides, in his grand way, made the label, similar to Pepin's other labels and stuff. And it's a beautiful job. Obviously, we talked about that as well. But I want to know, who are the two old men on the side of the label?
Well, it's actually the same guy, just on the flip side. But so I was having this conversation with Alcides. So Alcides, as you know, listen.
I think I've seen this in Cuba.
No. Hold on. Let me clarify.
Come on.
So, as you guys know, there's a lot of beautiful boxes out there, right? And there's a lot of beautiful designs out there. As a matter of fact, there's people who don't smoke cigars who love just collecting the boxes because of all the art, beautiful artwork. I have to say that, I'll see this, his mind is just out there when it comes to creating some of the most beautiful art, you know what I mean? And what he did with this one, this Fonseca, if you notice, it looks identical to the My Father. So he basically took the My Father brand, added the Fonseca aspect to it, and then added, actually that gentleman that you're asking about is, as he told me, that is Pepin's father's grandfather. So the great grandfather of Pepin.
That camera's back then?
No? I don't know.
Camera's back then?
Don't kill the guy delivering the message, man. I'm just delivering the message.
How did that work?
I don't know how that worked out, but that's what I was
Maybe they
told.
got one of those artists that the policemen use, that if you describe them, they do a sketch of them or something like that.
Listen, I don't know. I'm going to verify that story with Pepin here soon, but we did want to. So back to the artwork. We did. You guys notice how I shifted that real quick. So back to the artwork. So we wanted to give it our own twist, still pay homage to the actual Fonseca, the history behind it, but give it our own twist. And again, we tied it in. If you see it on the shelf there, it does look like it's part of the scene. You know what I mean?
Of course.
It looks like the My Father, it looks like the Judge. If you notice, they're all very similar, and it was done on purpose. So. I just think it's again he hit a home run with
Didn't go with the 23 count box.
No,
That's what makes it unique.
We've changed. Yeah, we've gone down.
Great number, 23. Yeah, well, it's hard enough to keep 25, 24. But if it's for me, it's 23.
It's gotta be 23. It's our thing, man. It is our thing. So I don't know if the people out there notice, but this is how marketing works at its best. And in case you haven't noticed it, I'm going to point it out. If you notice, we have Fonseca by My Father at Sabor Havana. See how this works? This was done purposely.
Well, let me clarify that. We were supposed to get new shirts from Fonseca from Mr. Ortega here. It was my birthday last Tuesday, as you guys know, that we celebrated my birthday here. And this message goes out to Yanni Garcia, that has the control of the t-shirts and the shirts. I asked for something for my birthday, a t-shirt from Fonseca, and I didn't get one.
No,
I had to buy one.
He did buy them, but I did tell him that I was going to get him a nicer one. That's the reason why. But the nicer ones haven't come yet.
That's the one.
Yours have to be special.
That's the one with the gold leaf on it.
The gold leaf.
That's the one that I couldn't get used
Well,
to.
that's what I'm waiting for.
Well, that's
When the gold leaf
you
was
think
to
I'll
come.
see this? I'll mention
I want to go off topic a little bit. What is that you wearing? This second time you come to the store wearing that?
Listen. Listen. So everybody knows that this COVID thing is out there. Now, everybody has a different opinion on what's going on. And so I want to protect myself. So this is a little air purifier, right? It works on the ionic system or whatever, and negative charge or positive charge. I don't know. I don't understand this. Listen, I don't have to understand the science. I just got to know that shit works. So, and it uses ultraviolet C light, and it kills any germs that come within my face. Well, listen, what do you want me to tell you? It works.
You haven't had COVID.
I haven't had COVID, so it obviously works.
Jesus, look, I don't have one. I haven't had COVID either.
Well, because you're sitting close to me, that's why you're getting.
Well,
You're benefiting.
Recently I had my blood test and I don't have COVID.
I don't have any. I don't have
We have a question coming from Mario. What's the name of the cigar he just joined in?
What's the name of the cigar?
The cigar you guys are talking about.
Oh, Fonseca by My Father, and this is a Robusto.
Yeah, we're smoking the Robusto.
We're smoking the Robusto. Yeah. This is an old cigar, an old name that was owned by Manuel Quesada and Matassa Cigars. And then Yanni, if you know the history a little bit, Yanni and Quesada's daughters were really good friends, and
well, they're still very good friends.
they're really good friends. They worked on a brand together,
La Tres
Reinas, and they had that for a while. And it worked out for them for a while, and they got along really well, and they get along really well. So when the opportunity came for My Father to buy the Fonseca cigar, or the Fonseca name, they acted on it and they bought it.
Well, it was a great opportunity for us, and Manuel said that he was very happy that it was going to.
It also works out with the FDA regulations and stuff,
Correct.
which is a
predicate name, everything, exactly.
Right, so that
Sizes
works
and
in
everything
your
else.
favor as well.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Does Nabi have anything else in the works? Is there anything else in the works since we didn't have a ICCPR?
PCA.
PCA.
They changed it every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, since
I
we
still
didn't-
call it the RTDA.
Yeah, listen, so
By the way, I still
It'll
call
get
it
back to that.
I'm old school.
It might go back to that. It might go back to that. If we stay alive, so it might go back to that. But since we didn't have one, I know that they're always working on stuff and they're always testing stuff. Is there anything else coming up?
Listen, they're always trying new things, and they're always coming up with new. We have obviously blends that we have ready to rock and roll, and we have names that are registered, waiting for that moment.
So here's a guy sneaking behind us getting a Fonseca.
We're in business.
Listen, you grab the right cigar, so don't worry about it. You can photobomb it. Don't worry. There you go. I did not pay for that advertisement, by the way. You see, this is
That's
nothing.
the Sabor Havana support system. So
This is how it works
obviously,
here.
obviously we don't have cameras everywhere, but I'm sure that these guys can provide that too if we need to. Look at, there's the cripple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's the Gonza. How you doing, Mr. Gonza? Good to see you.
None of this was planned, by the way.
So, you know, of course, this is called the Sabor Havana support team. In the back room, we're secured. We got like 5 or 6, you know, police officers, smoking, probably Fonseca as well. We have some personal friends that are here, as you saw, that came to support the video or the, whatever, the live shot. We got a paparazzi taking pictures from the side. He's here too. So, you know, we have this is an idea that has kind of grown into something that might be really big in promoting cigars, promoting spirits, promoting us, that kind of stuff. So if you come and you buy between now, not today because we're almost done today after this, but for the rest of this week until Saturday, which is when we close, we'll give you 10% discount, 15% discount on boxes, 10% discount on singles. If you want to come and get them, just mention after hours with the hurricane, and we'll go ahead and do that for you. I don't know, it's while supplies last. I might be able to home field advantage influence and get more, but I'm gonna have to reach.
You ran out already?
I'm gonna have to reach to the higher level.
Yeah, we're waiting for the second run, man. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that haven't gotten it yet. Ah, listen,
We got plenty here.
Angelo in the corner. Chair in the corner.
he's joking.
The what?
We're not gonna go joker here.
So we got plenty.
Bro, you want his phone to blow up?
So what's been the response so far of everybody?
Brother, listen, honestly, I've gotten nothing but great response. I've gotten a lot of phone calls after somebody here posted some pictures on Instagram about why him and not everybody else, but
So
outside
then
of
you tell
that.
him it's 3 blocks
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So they said he walked over here for crying out loud.
Listen,
So,
those are the privileges of offloading the 18-wheeler, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, I sweat
the
like
man was sweating.
I was sweating like Mike Tyson at a sculling bee. You know what I'm saying?
But no, listen, it's been well received, and again, I'm very happy with very happy with this blend. I think it's going to be a phenomenal. It's going to be a hit. It's going to be another hit, like you said.
Well,
I don't want to call it, but I think it's.
Is there always that one clown, I guess, that it's like, well, you know, the cigar's not selling too good, or the cigar's not as good as it is. Is there always that one retailer
Don't
out
mention
there?
names.
No, I won't mention any names. And there's always there always is. But I've always been the one that I say, listen, if everybody had the same taste, then you wouldn't have 1,000 faces in the store. So if it doesn't work for you, not a problem. It'll work for the for the guy next down the street. It's just just how
Tell
it
him to send it back and we'll take it.
Exactly. Well, we'll send it here actually directly to Sabor Havana. But yeah, there's always the one guy says, it's not my, I don't like it. Well, you don't have to like it. Your customer should.
Right, it's your customer. I tell that to people all the time, you know. Like, they ask me, why do you carry this brand or that brand, because most of the guys that hang out every day, I said, their brands sell alive, they're just out of smoke doesn't mean they don't sell. You know what I mean? We can't just purchase what we like. I'll have like 3 brands here.
Dude, and the thing is that they sometimes people forget that regardless of whether you like the brand or not, or regardless of whether you like a particular cigar or not, doesn't change the fact that the cigar, the manufacturer, the blender, the rollers, they put their heart into it. They made the best that they could possibly do. Maybe it's not your cup of tea, but I hate, can we kind of curse in here? Don't shit on it. Don't shit on the cigar. Just move on, go to the one that you do like, and then, you know what I mean? Because you can sometimes deter people from trying something that may be their next best thing. They may love it, but you deter them from it because you didn't like it. I've met retailers in the past. Some that I'm thinking of right now are not even in business anymore. But they're the first one that'll sit there and say, don't pick that one, man. You don't want that. That's crap.
I hate it. They do it to me all the time.
How the hell are you? Why would you even own a cigar shop and then you're terrible. You're the one that bought it. Why carry it?
There's a couple brands in here that everybody's like, why do you carry those brands? And I'm not going to mention names, right? Those brands, I saw so much of everything. It's like, if you're the one, like, people still say that. Everybody has different tastes.
Everybody has
Everybody has different
Well,
tastes.
changing the topic a little bit, I heard you say that you were looking for a shotgun or something. We talk about guns, we talk about spirits, we talk about cigars. I'm the one that kind of disconnects the conversation a little bit and sidetracks it. So tell us about what you're looking for. Maybe somebody out there can help you find.
So, what I'm looking for is that Mossberg, and
Don't look at me and don't
no,
talk about
okay.
guns, man. Don't talk about guns.
It's a shotgun. It's the Mossberg. I think it's a 570 or 590.
It would be perfect. It would be perfect if Carlos Escalona was watching, and he could probably find it.
He could probably recommend it. But I've been trying to get a hold of it, and nobody has it. And they ran out, and so if anybody knows, let us know.
And ammunition is like crazy. I mean, you really can't find ammunition at this time.
No, thank God I have a whole lot of it, and I'm not worried.
Because ammunition is expensive, and we got Mario in the back. That's one of the instructors for Mentor Bay, and it's hard. We try to. If you go buy 9mm now, they're about $1.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And it used to be like cents before.
I've got quite a few, but not enough. You can never have enough.
So Pepin is here in Miami. And
Yeah.
they're like taking refuge here because.
Oh, they were here because obviously because of the family they needed to be here, and then obviously then Nicaragua closed. And they closed the border so you can't get in and get out.
And we also
So he's been kind of stuck here.
experienced that we have like people have like shortages like.
Have you guys been affected with COVID with back orders?
We've been affected, but only because we did what we felt was right, and that is we made a decision to close the factory during Semana Santa, during Holy Week. We closed. Obviously, that's closed, and then 2 weeks after that, we closed. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So we're 3 weeks behind. We've been able to make up a lot of that, but that's been the hiccup for us. I mean, we've always been known for being one of those companies that has very little backorder. This is the one time that we have the hiccup, and when I talked to Jaime about it, I said, what do you think? He goes, listen, if I had to do it again, I would do it again. Safety first. You know what I mean? People's safety comes first.
So there hasn't been a huge outbreak in the holidays, is it?
As far as I understand it, obviously there's some cases, but no, it's just from what I understand, it's not for us anyway. At our factory, hasn't been a big problem at all.
There's a lot of cars back order right now that we sell a lot of here. Yeah, and it's crazy.
Well, and I think everybody's in the same boat. Everybody's trying to play catch up. Here, what people don't realize is the demand for cigars actually went up because of COVID. A lot of people thought, oh my God, I don't even want to order because I don't know what's going to happen. If we're going to look, if you were providing curbside service when you couldn't have people inside.
So we never could.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. If you were providing it, you never lost a people. I mean, we've had an increase in sales quite a bit, and I think it has to do with the fact that as a cigar smoker, with everything being closed, you got nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Listen, right now I want to go on vacation. I would have taken a vacation. I would have taken a week's worth of vacation.
Alcohol and
Yeah, and I can't. So what do? Like I said, my gallon and a cigar in my backyard. That's all I can do.
It's true, we haven't been able to go on vacation.
No.
I haven't stopped going on vacation.
Sorry, honey. I've been wanting to go on vacation. I've been wanting.
I'm sure she's tired of you being home.
You see how sad I am.
Travel all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's tired of you being home.
Listen,
I'm glad Cletus clarified that he's always on vacation.
I'm always on vacation. So I don't know.
my wife doesn't understand that, I travel up to this point, up to this year, I travel 42 weeks, roughly 40 to 42 weeks. So for me, vacation is staying home. Right, and for her, she's been home every damn day, so she's like, she wants to go somewhere. And the last thing I want to do is get on a plane and go get into a hotel during my vacation. That's what I do.
And you booked the flight to go hit the road again?
Bro,
I see some of the.
I went to book some flights. Well, here's the thing. Because we do have Pepin and the family here, we've taken the initiative to not go out. First, those of us working in the office.
Yes.
Because we don't want to get exposed. We don't want to possibly you know, run that risk, especially with Pepin.
So Richie hasn't traveled with everybody's in Memphis.
Exactly. Well, Richie's in Buffalo, so he's traveled with some of the reps, so you know, very localized and so forth. So we try to do as much as we can, but I did go on there because I couldn't take it anymore, and I was going to book a flight, bro. When we all go back to traveling again as normal, it's a different world. There are not the same amount of flights, so the availability of hours and the schedules are all screwed.
Really?
Oh my God, it's such a pain. A lot of
Because
direct flights no longer there.
they grounded the airplanes because it's more affordable to ground them than it is to fly them empty because of the fuel and stuff like that. So what they do, if they had like 6 or 8 flights to New York a day, they'll probably have 4, and they'll cut out those little flights.
It's not emptier now because you have to skip a seat or something. Right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they are or not, because the last person I talked to that traveled said that was thrown out the window, that they were sitting people next to each other and it didn't matter. I don't know how true that is.
I think Kwani posted something the other day when he was coming back from he was out of town.
Yeah, the plane was stacked. He went to the Rocky Mountain the virtual Rocky Mountain thing, and he was flying back, and he said the plane was stacked. American Airlines came out with something now that they have some type of disinfectant spray or something that gets onto the and
you
7 days.
Get on and sell some of those to everybody.
I can make a killing.
Yeah.
Hey, contact Jose Ortega or Sabor Havana.
By the way, this thing is called the Shield Air AER, and just say Jose Ortega recommended it. And
maybe he can get some free ones.
I get some sort of, maybe recoup my money on it. I don't know. No, but I did hear that. So I did hear that.
There was no need for that. Yeah, they're secretly opening up another bottle of Macallan behind the computer and the camera. There's no need for that.
That is more.
Oh, there we go. Here we go.
That is okay.
We got a refill. Hey, Roger Naranjo or Mike Quito, if you're watching this, I'm waiting for that, that care package that you guys promised me, by the way. We have to go ahead and get a refill here. But anyway.
I was holding back because I didn't want to be the guy that drank the last bit, but the new bottle came.
There should never be, at Sabor Havana, there should never be a shortage of Macallan. There should never be a shortage of Dos Maderas rum. There should never be a shortage of any of that. I don't understand why my videographer team had to go out and buy a bottle of Macallan.
Mike is always short with liquor.
Oh boy, I hope he watches this video, bro.
He's always short.
You and him always got some other shit going on.
Mike is always short with the liquor.
On that note, of course you guys know that My Father Cigars is going to be one of our vendors at Smoke This. We're still going to do Smoke This, but we're trying to figure out how we could do the congregation of people, after they get their bags and stuff. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we can't do the individual get your cigar from each vendor thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the bags ready. We're going to plan for the worst, which is you come in, you buy a ticket, you pick up your bag, and then hopefully we'll be able to have some kind of setup outside where you can enjoy a little bit of the outdoors and with social distancing and stuff. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that we get approved by the city of Doral to be able to do it in 2 days. So the first 150 people that buy a ticket get to come on Saturday. The second 150 people that buy a ticket get to come on Sunday. And then we split the vendors, we split the food, but we always, Mike from Republic National said he's got our back. He's going to do liquor Saturday and Sunday. So if you guys like our selection of spirits, know that you're going to get the same ones on Saturday. You're going to get the same ones on Sunday. So we're starting to work on that. I have a meeting with the mayor and the building and zoning director this week, probably the end of the week or the beginning of next week, so we can start putting the tickets out for sale. I know that Angelo is here somewhere and he posted on Facebook, "Take my money now." We're going to reduce the price too. We're going to reduce the price to $150, and you'll be able to get your bags with 2 cigars from every vendor. We got 20 vendors already, so you'll get 40 cigars plus whatever else you can pay.
Yeah, we're setting up all the food and all that liquor because we can't do it.
Yeah, if we can do that, we'll go ahead and provide that if they allow us to do that. But if they don't, we will provide an area outside where there'll be high tops, and then you can smoke a cigar, grab a drink, whatever, and try to avoid the big group of people.
Assuming there's not another outbreak
From here to there.
from here to there.
Well, it's in December, so we're hoping that.
Yeah, this should be all over after the
It's
election.
after the election, so it'll.
Yeah, after the election,
It'll
it'll be all
disappear.
over. It's gonna disappear.
Yeah, either that or they'll have a vaccine. Will you get the vaccine?
I have this. I don't need the vaccine, I have this.
Why not?
Shield Air. Say Jose Ortega.
No, we just provide one of those for everybody.
That's a good point. Maybe we can get one of those for the 300 people that
Those
buy
things are
tickets
expensive.
like this.
Listen, let me tell you this. So,
Who knows?
so you asked the question, would I get the vaccine? If I needed it, because I was sick and I needed it, I would take it obviously. Because at that point, whatever side effects or whatever shit's gonna grow out of my side doesn't matter, right? It's better than death.
Well, hopefully
But
it's
if I'm
something
not
that's low
sick-
on your side, not like gluten that you can grow in bamboo.
Exactly. So unless it's something, so if I need it, I have to get it, then that's a different story. But otherwise, listen, it is my choice. I'm not against anybody getting the vaccine. To me, everybody should do whatever the hell they want to do, and let everybody else live.
Yeah,
Be good.
choice.
As long as you don't impose on anybody else, you're good to go. That's my philosophy.
This is phenomenal. This is really good. It goes very well with Gallon 12. It's really nice.
So how long you been in My Father now?
At this point, 10 years, actually. 10 years,
You get a
July.
tattoo?
No.
You don't?
No, well, listen, I was going to do it, but Joaquin beat me to it, so at that point, it defeats the purpose, right?
Hey, and what happened to the comic strips from Yahoo?
We took a little break there.
Oh, those things are cool.
I know they're cool, but we're taking a little break.
I thought I was in it.
You're in the next episode.
I'm in
but,
the next episode.
we were encouraged to focus on work a little more and less on cartoon. For the record, I didn't say by whom.
Yeah, let me clarify.
Let me clarify.
Yeah.
I didn't throw.
We know who the key keeper is.
Listen, I'm just saying.
We know who the key
I'm
keeper
just
is.
saying.
Para comer tanta mierda y que trabajen.
Let me work.
But they're coming back. Because everybody keeps asking for
It
them.
would have been great. It would have been great. I know it's tough, but it would have been great, and I'm sure that they're very cautious and stuff like that to have had Katin or Jaime here with us and just to shoot the shit and bullshit a little bit. But I think that after I see this and everybody else sees this and see the kind of production we put together and how much fun it is and how informative it is and to promote the brand and stuff like that, maybe next time we'll get that.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to work it out.
We'll get the being here with the Punto Guajiro and then we'll sing and it's great.
I told her if he would not have made it as a cigar roller, he could have been a baseball player or a singer.
Or a singer. Yeah. Karaoke.
Probably singer first. I think he's probably disappointed that he didn't pursue the singing and went to cigar rolling. Because my God, he loves to sing.
Yeah.
Any chance?
Yeah, they say there's a microphone I don't love, but I don't think that there's one that the beat doesn't love me. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, being around him and watching him, and I've been around many times. One of them this year when we celebrated his birthday here, and they did a Punto Guajiro here, and it was right after my father passed, and it was like really touching. And then he was there, and he got involved with the guys, and you can see his face lights up when he does that. And all the parties that he has, I mean, he's always up there singing.
Punto Guajiro is a little bit like rap.
It's Cuban rap.
Yeah.
You know that they used to do it at No Name Harbor in Key Biscayne on Thursday night. And I asked the guy, I was recently there, and he said some of those guys got so famous and so popular that they were like not doing it every schedule or whatever, and they were missing out, and the guy had to cut it off. Like, they used to do it religiously, like the first Thursday or a Thursday in the month. Our roller used to go, Oreta Lorenzo used to go and do that, but they stopped that. But the food is always great there. It's just hot as balls there. I mean, the fish and the croquetas are phenomenal. And they let you smoke there because it's out of water and all that, but it's just,
I would imagine today would have been a terrible day to be there.
oh my God, it's hot as balls out there.
Today was, I looked at my phone and it said it was 92, 91 or 92, and then it said, but it feels like 100. Which is crazy.
Yeah, it's really hot, man. I was there with these guys from RNBC that were doing a wine tasting, and let me tell you what, bro. Holy shit. We were sweating and sweating and sweating, and we were asking for water and sweating. We were drinking the wine was getting warm. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. But thank God, I mean, now we go back to indoor dining.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have to have windows open or some shit like that now to be able to do that, but it's better being inside.
Well, I think if you separate people far enough, man, I mean, it is a shame that they got you sitting outside in the heat. I went with the wife and the kids the other day to a little ceviche place, and the mosquitoes were eating me alive. Like I couldn't enjoy my food because I'm spending more time fighting with the damn mosquitoes than I am actually eating my food.
No, that's it. Yesterday they opened back up.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
should be good.
we'll see how it goes. I mean, I heard from somebody that they have to have their windows and doors open, that they can't do it closed for circulation of air.
Oh, listen, if that's what it takes, I'm sure that they're happy to just get more people in. So.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna leave the outside tents.
Just in case, yeah.
Yeah, we have an advantage here because we have the extractor, so we have negative air pressure. So we do 7 or 8 exchanges, maybe 9 exchanges of air, of 100% air in the storm per hour. You know, we have 69,000 cubic feet of airspace, so a lot of people feel more comfortable coming here because of the negative air pressure, because of the volume. It's not recycled, you know, so if there is somebody that comes in that's affected or infected, we haven't been able to we've been able to mitigate so we don't have that lingering. Correct. You know, and then we have the signs that people please don't touch the cigars without cellophane and stuff like that. And a lot of companies that don't have cellophane are putting cellophane on the cigars.
So you have to. You really do have to. Just for safety.
Do you have any info or take on the FDA on the stuff that's happening lately and stuff like that?
You know, as I understand it, and that's Yusuf and Jani and Handy are the ones that get more involved in it. But obviously, it was a win. For now, you know. I think it's just another delay, but it's a good delay. So until they themselves decide what exactly it is that they want and really understand what they're looking for, I think this is the right course of action, rather than making us rush into something, give all this information, start paying dues on something that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, because it's a lot of money for size, right? For size, for brand. It's a lot of money.
So there would have been a lot of brands that people enjoy now that would go off the market, because at the end of the day, it's like anything else. You got to justify the expense,
yeah.
and not every brand is going to justify it. You know,
yeah, and hence we go back to the original, the way that we started, which is the reason, one of the probably big reasons that we're being acquired, that my father acquired Fonseca, was because of the predicate date and you know, the brand is
voice.
And the brand is because the guys are talking in the back, so the microphone is picking up that. But we're almost done here, unless there's other stuff that you guys.
I have one more question. Are you guys gonna do Fonseca and other lines? Or just
For right now, what you see is what you get. I haven't heard anything as far as any extensions or any other part of that. I think we're going to focus on this right now. And
did you acquire the other brands too, like Cubita, stuff like that?
it was Fonseca Cubita.
anything Fonseca.
Anything Fonseca. When they didn't
What
acquire,
else was there?
Quesada, but they didn't acquire that. Fonseca had like 4 or 5 brands within the Fonseca line.
But as far as I understand it, per my conversations with them, this is our focus right now. This is it. The 6 sizes that we have, and then obviously the Cosacos are coming in 10s as well. 10, which nobody has right now. We delayed that.
Are we gonna be the first ones to get it too?
Of course you do.
So
Home field advantage, not because I'm choosing them first. Let's get that started.
I'm gonna have to offload the next truck. Question for you: how do you
Free labor.
How did you guys come up with the sizes, or were these sizes that existed in the Fonseca line?
Original sizes.
Yeah.
Original.
They had a Fonseca vintage too, didn't they?
Yeah, they had a bunch.
They
That's
had
why
a
I'm
Fonseca
asking.
vintage too. That probably might be something that you guys would consider, like you do the Garcia and maybe Jaime special selection and stuff
It
like
could
that. Something small and
Nothing that, as far as, like I said, as far as.
He's not gonna give any secrets away.
No, seriously, as far as listen, Jaime, anybody that knows Jaime's a boss. I mean, listen, Fort Knox is not as tight as Jaime when it comes to shit, right? I mean, you ask Jaime, says, Jaime, so what's in that blend? What do you have? Tabaco, Nicaragua, tabaco, Nicaragua, tabaco, Nicaragua. But no, Jaime, what do you have? Tabaco, Nicaragua. You know, he's just, when he wants to share information, he will share. When he doesn't, I'm telling you. So at this point, I'm going to say that Jaime has not released any future plan on anything to do with Fonseca. We're going to focus on this because it's still very new. It's still, I mean, at this point, we're still getting it, getting the legs behind it. Thank God the cigar, like you guys have said, the response has been very.
would you consider this to be a medium to full, a medium or a full?
For me, I'm a full body smoker, so people out there know. Anybody that knows me know that my favorite cigars are the Judge, Jaime Garcia, and La Opulencia, Le Bijou. So really full body cigar. This is nowhere near there. To me, I believe that they actually toned the tobacco that's in here to kind of just stick to what the traditional Cuban.
But here's my point that I made earlier, where I think that this would be probably the next one in Santilla. Here is a guy like you that smokes full body cigars, and you're smoking this medium body cigars. You're smoking this medium body cigar, and you're satisfied.
Oh, 100%.
So this is a cigar for everybody. This is a cigar that has a well-balanced, blend, where a beginning or a normal cigar smoker is not going to be overpowered, and it's a cigar that's got enough flavor and taste for a guy like you that smokes full body that is enjoyable.
Well, that's the thing. It's a cigar, like you said. It's a cigar that's not overpowering in any way, but it's not so mild that if you're a full body smoker, you're going to be deterred. You're actually now going to step aside from the whole strength thing, and you're looking at the flavor, right? And you're going to enjoy for all that richness. If you notice, it's got a lot of sweetness to it, almost a caramel taste to it. I mean, it's a lot of, and even the aroma is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just sweet.
Yeah, and the price point too, from a retailer point of view, the price point too is very attractive. And I think it's going to hit on all the cylinders, just like Flor de las Antillas. Flor de las Antillas was a cigar for a beginning cigar smoker or an average cigar smoker. It was a cigar for a guy that smokes a lot of cigars because it satisfied his palate or his what he was looking for. And then you're talking about the price point of Flor de las Antillas was phenomenal. So I thought that was a cigar that hit on all the points. And I think that this does the same thing, because when you told people, when we got it, we told people try it, and they looked at the price and go, it's like it's a very, very under the radar type of price. It's not an $18 or $20 cigar that deters people from trying it. It's a very good price cigar.
And that's what we wanted. We wanted a cigar that everybody could smoke and everybody could afford. It's not so cheap that it cheapens the brand, but it's in that sweet point, and that I'm going to say $8 to $12 range, roughly, depending obviously on the state. So don't quote me on it. You guys in New York with the high tax. California, don't quote me. But it's in a sweet spot. You know what I mean? Where it's affordable, anybody can buy. It's not going to break the bank, and you can actually, if you like it, which I know you will, you're going to keep buying more of it. You know what I mean? So
we got plenty of it, so you can go ahead and just call us.
Oh, we only have a box.
Yeah, we got a box and a half.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, just kidding.
Listen, one of the things that we joke about this all the time. Pete Johnson and I joke about this all the time. But
tell us who Pete Johnson is for those that don't know.
Oh, everybody knows Pete Johnson. Yeah.
You and Pete Johnson have a thing going all the time. I mean, we were at my father event, and you had a bet with Pete Johnson, and you forced my wife to buy a fucking box of Flor de las
By the way, let it be known today here to the world. George Valdez is the only store owner that has ever paid for it twice for the same box of cigars. True story.
Yeah,
because
go ahead, tell us.
Pete Johnson dared me to sell.
Started from the beginning. We were at My Father event at Sabor Havana.
Yes.
And Pete Johnson was
Joined
here.
by Pete Johnson.
We were doing a cigar dinner with one of the power couple, right? That was the power couple.
Yeah, that was the power couple.
The power couple dinner.
That's right. So he didn't join us. It was a joint.
It was a joint the cigar dinner that we do at the store with Ruth Chris.
The power couple.
And then the power couple were
By the way,
here.
they came up with that. I did not. So.
Yeah, well, that's, you know.
Anyway, so we're doing this dinner and we're all having a great time. And somewhere along the lines, Pete came up with this idea to dare me.
If you were a really good salesman,
Yes.
you sold George's wife a box of cigars.
Correct. And everybody, of course, said absolutely not. There's no way. And I won't share the secret of how I managed to get that done, but I did. And here's the funny part of that is, every single person that I try to get to ring up that box would not ring her up. You remember that? And I finally said, give me that credit card, I'm gonna run this shit myself. I don't care, I don't even know how to run the machine, but I'm gonna run it. And finally somebody,
He got me.
somebody
He got
finally
me.
did it, yeah.
He got me. That's why he's gonna get me that shirt with the gold letters on it, because he got me. He got me good. He got me good. You know, my wife was walking around with a bag and a box of cigars. I'm going like, you know, I own the store, you know that, right?
And he's looking at her and going, when she's trying to pay, he's looking at her and going, what are you doing? No, you don't, you realize that you already own that box?
Yeah.
What are you doing? And she's like, no. He says, I gotta buy it. I need to ring me up. And finally, after about 20 minutes, somebody finally rung that box up.
Yeah, that wasn't nice. That wasn't very nice. That, you know, I'm glad you and Pete Johnson had a great time with it, but that wasn't very nice. I didn't even
But
get it.
anyway, so back to the original point. So Pete and I are always talking. You know, he comes over to the office and we sit down and we smoke cigars all the time. And you know, we're always coming up. He's always sharing what notes he gets and so forth. So I tell him on this cigar, I go, dude, this truly, I get, you know, pumpkin pie. And he looks at me and goes, what are you talking about? I go, dude, I'm telling you, I'm smoking this cigar and I get pumpkin pie. So I don't know, did you taste pumpkin pie?
No, listen, I only know 4 things about cigars. The ones I like, the ones I don't, the ones that sell, and the ones that don't. The rest I don't give a shit about.
If you like pumpkin pie, you're gonna like this.
Pete Johnson.
There's a seasonal cigar there?
If you don't like pumpkin pie, you're still gonna love this
It's
cigar.
for Thanksgiving, Oktoberfest,
Yeah, it's
or whatever.
perfect for Thanksgiving. No, actually, what's coming up before that?
Halloween.
Halloween. No.
It's all pumpkin.
No,
No, that's his thing.
That's his
Halloween
thing.
is
No,
his thing.
absolutely not.
You can't do it for Halloween because that's his thing.
Absolutely.
What's he coming up with this year?
You know, I don't know. There's the second most.
Because we got the Frank, we got, you know,
We got them all.
whatever
I think he's done with that.
you know, now that you say that again,
Je ne sais pas.
je ne sais pas. You know, that now that you say that again, I remember when we went down to Nicaragua, when we went to the factory, I remember, and I was telling the cop guys back in the background that they should shut up because they can't hear us very well because of the background noise. We're gonna have to stop this live audience bullshit. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop this live audience bullshit. But anyway, I remember that when we were there, Elias asked, "What cigar is this?" to a roller or something, and the roller said, "This is number 25." But what cigar is it? No, this is number 25. The rollers actually don't know what cigar they're making. They only know a number. And then that lady that runs the distribution.
When she's making the blend, she gives them. So so there's only a few people that know the actual blend, right? So it's all packaged by numbers, and they'll say, okay, this blend that you're making today is number 3, 8, and 5. This is the tobacco you're using, and that's what you're giving. So the rollers have no idea what cigar they're making. Absolutely none. They know a number, and that's the number they make. And they know the proportions. They know how many leaves of this, how many leaves of number 8, how many leaves of number 3, and.
So now you know how deep it runs.
Oh, you got to remember.
Hyman, Pete, Yanni, Pete, everybody is secretive about what they're
100%.
It was crazy. I couldn't imagine that. And the lady behind the counter, behind that lockbox, is the only one that knew. You know, I guess one of us asked.
Petrona.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, she's a pit bull. I love her to death. She's my friend. I'm glad. She's the kind of person I'm glad she's my friend.
Yeah, we had a great time on that trip. We went on that trip with the late Gary Yards, which was great. We had a really good time, and it was a long time ago. We're due for another trip, so I think that after this podcast, live on Facebook, whatever you want to call it, after hours in Sabor Havana, we get invited again once things open up to get to Nicaragua.
That's one of the things that we missed the most. You mentioned Gary Yard, true story. After his passing, and he was, Gary was a dear friend.
Yeah, it was one of those guys that you hated to love.
Yeah, you love to hate, but you loved him, but you hated him at the same time. So it's kind of a sweet and sour. But funny, after his passing, I'm talking months after his passing, I got an email from him.
After his passing.
I swear to God, I saved it. I couldn't delete it because it freaked me out. I couldn't delete it. It's still in my inbox because I refused to delete it.
That's weird.
Bro, but I'm talking months. I'm talking 4 or 5 months after his passing.
That's real strange. I think I probably still have his number on my phone because I've never used my phone phones or something.
It probably he sent it and it got stuck somehow or whatever.
Yeah, and
He's just trying to leave some server somewhere.
Or maybe he's alive somewhere, like Elvis.
Never know.
Like Elvis is gonna be pretty old by
But
now.
Gary, he's gonna come back at some point.
Bro,
and say,
that guy, we were in New York on that trip that we went to New York with you guys, that we were in New York with Smoke Inn, was it Smoke Inn? Smoke Inn event or something like that? With Billy from
He was at
Billy's.
Billy's place.
Yeah, we were there.
The cigar inn.
We went to eat at this corner where Billy Joel was eating and stuff like that, and we got to sit next to these two girls that were eating and stuff like that. And Gary Arch reaches over and goes, "Oh my, hot fries!" and takes fries from their plate and their table and starts to eat them. And they started to giggle and shit like that. I just go, "I'm gonna hit this old man, bro." I told the girls, I said, "Hey, I got my grandfather out of the home just for a little side trip."
Sorry.
Oh, fuck you. Oh my God. But he was eating off the people's plates, bro. That guy was nuts. What a character. I mean, you're sort of like, you dislike some of the expressions or some of the things he said, but at the same time, you kind of miss it.
Oh, 100%.
He and Aquiles will go at it all the time. You people.
He was a character. You could actually make a sitcom out of him. You could create a character that was one of the funniest.
He was crazy.
Things.
We can make a sitcom out of that. Everybody comes to this now. So.
True. And they say that this store is built on ancient burial ground. So, I don't know. Aquiles has been divorced twice. Barrera's been divorced twice.
Hell, I'm not hanging out here too long, man. I'm gonna end up divorced.
But anyway, I think we've gone long enough. We want to thank you for coming.
Yeah, man, thank
we
you.
want to wish your brother a very happy birthday. Sorry.
Well, happy birthday to you. It was your birthday.
Yeah, that's Tuesday. Yeah, I'm waiting for that shirt. I'm waiting for that shirt. I mean, maybe Yanni
Specially made.
Yanni can maybe.
We can do a one-on-one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of one. Especially for you.
Maybe we can get Yanni here. I mean, that
So,
would be fun.
again, if you guys get a chance, hit the stores, look out for Fonseca. I promise you, it's a guarantee you're gonna love the cigar. I mean, these guys have home field advantage. I can't help that. For all the rest of you that are out there.
But in retrospect, I mean, we talked about that.
Well, we did.
There's a My Father wall.
Yes.
We support everything you guys do.
100%. If you guys can see back here, it's everything, every single brand in multiple sizes that we make, it's all represented here. So thank you.
That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. I mean, in order for us to have home field advantage, we have to be able to support you
Well,
guys.
it's a two-way. It's always a two-way relationship.
And pay in time. So I hope Alcides is seeing this and he sends me the keychains again. Like he sent it to me last time. Because I was on time with payment, so he sent me a keychain so I could, only My Father lounges get the keychain, but I was able to get it. So maybe, I mean, we're pretty good friends.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. But anyway, thanks to everybody that joined us at After Hours with Sabor Havana. Thank you for Avon Productions for putting on this incredible setup here. RNBC with the McAllen, of course My Father with the cigars, and all of our friends that supported us and stuff. And one more plug, my friend Alex and Angel from Sushi Saki sent us a platter so we can eat something after the event. So also thank you for Nick and Eddie for sending their guy to run out and refilling us with McAllen 12. Thanks again for watching. We probably won't be doing it next Tuesday because it's too soon We're gonna probably wait a week, and then Nick is gonna be out of town anyway, so we'll wait for the following week when Nick is here, and then he can come over and we can shoot the shit.
Well, if I can just add something on there, I want to say thank you to every single one of you guys that are out there, guys and girls that are out there. You got to be politically correct these days. But I want to say thank you for the support. We pride ourselves in making what we believe is the best cigar out there, and I think every single manufacturer does. And the fact that you guys enjoy it and love it and support it, that's what keeps us working as hard as we do. So, as well as for those of you here at Sabor Havana, and for those of you who don't know Sabor Havana that are out there and have ever come to Miami, come down and visit with these guys, let me know you're coming. I'll come and hang out. I'll bring my
because
little...
their lounge is closed. They don't open up their lounge. They're beautiful lounge, much more nicer than our lounge, but they're not. Their lounge is very limited in timing and stuff.
Well,
like
wait. In all fairness, we don't have it open because we don't want any competition whatsoever with your lounge.
It's not about COVID. It's not about COVID. It's about the competition with our lounge. I got it. No problem. It's a great disclaimer. He's so politically correct. It's pitiful.
It's no competition because George would win every single time. But we try. We would try.
Everybody wondered how Aquiles was going to get a word in edgewise with Omar, but he's doing really well with Jose. I don't know. I'm here.
Listen, I'm the last person you want to give the mic to.
Speaking about Mike,
you and me, bro, we got issues.
Yeah, speaking about Mike, I think that probably next time, because either we eliminate the live audience or we get mics on, because I got a text that said talk louder or tell the people from behind to shut up. So we got it. This is an organic work in progress, and I'm sure that last time we had a quarter of a light, now we have a complete light. So it's gonna evolve. So these guys are great. Again, if you want to do something similar to this in a much bigger scale, these guys are huge. They're doing me a favor, but Ava Productions, they do some incredible setups with green screens, with LED screens, with music. They're the ones responsible for the live music at Smoke This last year. I had a lot of fun with those 10 speakers that were pretty loud.
And you actually look pretty good on the camera, so that itself is what?
Worth it.
That alone is worth it.
That alone is worth it. All right.
If you guys meet him in person, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. We'll make it an earlier announcement so a lot more people can log in. Thanks again. We're signing off. Thank you. Oh, wait. Before you go, I wanted to ask this question, and it just clicked before he pushes the button. Before he pushes the button and he disconnects us. This is a question I've always wanted to ask. If you were to smoke a cigar with someone from now or from the past or gone, who would you smoke your cigar with?
Non-industry relations.
All right. With anybody, past or present, who would you want to smoke a cigar with?
Honestly, I think Winston Churchill would be an interesting character.
I said that. I said that if I asked that question, people would say that.
Yeah.
Like some people would probably say my father, your real father, not my father's cigars, but your father. If you shared that with your dad.
But I do that now, so that's only.
Yeah, your father is still right.
My father's still around. And actually, for a lot of people who don't know, my father didn't smoke. My father smoked cigarettes for years and then quit one day and didn't smoke anything until my brother and my brother who's in the industry as well, we got him going.
The Tropical Storm. Mr. Bowtie.
We got him going.
Mr. Bowtie.
And now we run from him because he comes around and goes, hey, you guys got a cigar?
Listen, next time you come and we do this again, I want you to tell the story about your daughter's 15. But we're out of time.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
We don't have time for that, but thanks for coming. Thanks for, being here and supporting us, and thanks for, getting us that home field advantage. I appreciate that, Coach.
You notice I